Good morning, children. Today we will study the classification of elements. In the 10th class, we will study about the Mendeleev's classification, and before that, we studied the Daubernier classification. We are studying here the classification of element. Classification of elements. The first classification was given by Daubernier, and the second with Newland's classification, and third was given the Mendeleev's classification. Mendeleev's classification. So in these three classifications that we are studying in the 10th class, so first the Daubernier classified the elements in the group of three and they were called as the Daubernier stride. But he could not classify all the elements present at that time. The second classification was given by the Newlands. Now this portion is deleted from our syllabus, but I am giving you the reference for it. So according to this, the second was given by the Newlands. So Newland classified the elements on the basis of their atomic masses. Then he arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Then he found that every 8 element has properties similar to the first element, and that is called as Newland's octaves law. Oct means 8. Octave law or octaves law. According to this, when we arrange the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses, then every 8th element has the property similar to the first element. Because we are talking about the 8th element, that's why it is called a Newland's octaves law. But he could classify only the lighter element, that is up to calcium, and after that he could not classify the other element, that's why his classification was discarded. And the next classification was given by the Mendeleev's. And then Mendeleev's gave one periodic law according to which the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic masses, which is called as Mendeleev's periodic law. That means he arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Then he made one table in which he arranged the elements at the time of Mendeleev's. 63 elements were known, and he arranged these elements in the form of a periodic table on the basis of their atomic masses. So you have to revise the class 10 portion because the Mendeleev left some gap in his periodic table, and then he gave the description of the elements which were not discovered that time. But he predicted the properties of those elements, and they were named as Eka silicon, Eka boron, Eka aluminium. Now there is scandium and other elements are there. So he left some gap on that this will become. So there are some merits and demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table. So this is only for the reference, and you can say that is the history of classification of elements. So here in 11th class you have to start from the modern periodic law. Or we will study the modern periodic table. According to this, the physical and chemical properties, of the elements are periodic function of their atomic numbers. Atomic numbers. Now we can say the atomic number is more fundamental property than the atomic mass, because the Mendeleev classified the elements on the basis of the atomic mass. And now you know the atom is having the electron, proton and neutron, and electrons are present in the orbitals, and these electrons which are present in the outermost shell, they take part in the chemical combination, and that is the reason for the chemical properties of the elements. So here we can say that means the number of electron is equal to atomic number. So the atomic number is more fundamental property than atomic mass. So in the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic number. So we can write the modern periodic law. I am repeating, the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic numbers. So this is for the modern periodic law. And then according to atomic number, the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic numbers. And now we use the periodic table that is called as modern periodic table, and that is also called as long form of the periodic table. Now we have studied about the filling of atomic orbitals. Now when these orbitals are filled, you have noted down the electronic configuration on the basis of their atomic numbers. So we have filled the electron in the corresponding atomic orbitals. So now we will see the arrangement of these elements on the basis of electronic configuration. So the modern periodic table is based on the electronic configuration. Now I am drawing here the modern periodic table that is divided into 4 blocks. You know the orbitals. The orbitals are S orbital, P orbital, D orbital and F orbital. You study about the 4 orbitals, and in a similar way either there is the filling of the S orbital or P orbital or D orbital. So on the basis of the filling of electron, the modern periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. This block is called as S block, and then this block is called as the P block. This block is called as D block, and below the periodic table, there are 2 blocks are there, and that is called as F block. So now the elements are classified in the different blocks according to the filling of atomic orbital. Now when we write the electronic configuration, either we fill electron in S orbital or in P orbital or in D orbital or in F orbital. So on the basis of this, the filling of electron, the modern periodic table is classified into 18 groups. The 2 groups for the S block, and then the 10 groups for the D block, and 6 groups for the P block. Because the capacity of S orbital is 2, capacity of P orbital is 6, and capacity of D orbital is 10. And there are 28 elements, the 14 in 1, that is in the 4f orbital, and the 14 electrons in the 5f orbital. So they are filled. So there are 28 elements, they are filled in the F block. So this you can see. So when you arrange the elements in the different blocks, then there is a filling of a particular orbital. So on the basis of the orbital, they fill the electron, and then they will be classified either S block, P block, D block or F block element. And you can say that the modern periodic table is totally based on electronic configuration. So now when you see this is the modern periodic table, so there the groups are there. Here 10 groups are there. Now in the first, that is in S block, the capacity capacity will be 2 electron, or the two groups are there. The capacity of p orbital is 6, so there are the 6 groups are there. And then the d, the capacity is 10, so it is divided into 10 groups. So, and then the f orbital, its capacity is 14. That's why 14 elements are placed in the f block. Now, on the basis of the filling of electron, the elements which are placed, the s block is divided into two groups. The elements which are placed in the s block, they may be either having 1 or 2 electrons. Now, this is group number 1, and its electronic configuration will be 1s1, or we can write ns1. Now, the elements which are placed in the second group, then its electronic configuration is ns2, where n is the principal quantum number and s is the name of the subshell or the orbital which will be filled. So, elements which are placed in the first group, the general electronic configuration will be ns1. For s block, the general electronic configuration is ns1 or 2. So, the s block is divided into two groups, that is first group and second group. So, the two groups in the s orbital, because the capacity of s orbital is 2. Now, we come to the p orbital. So, when you come to the p orbital, it is having 6 groups, because the capacity of p orbital is 6. So, it is divided into 6 groups, and then we can write the general electronic configuration for the p block is, we write ns2 and p1 to 6. Because before filling the p orbital, there is the filling of s orbital, that is according to electronic configuration. First, we have to fill electron in the s orbital, and afterward the electron will go into the p orbital. So, the p block is divided into 6 groups, that is group number that will be started from here. Group number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. That is based on the electronic configuration and P1 to 6. So, here the electronic configuration will be P1, here will be P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 and P6. This is the electronic configuration for the p orbital. Now, when we come to the d orbital, this group is started from 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we can do 11 and 12. So, there are the 10 groups are there, because the capacity of d orbital is 10. That's why the d block is divided into the 10 groups. And then the two groups are placed below the periodic table, because they are filling of only 4f and 5f orbital according to electronic configuration. That's why they are placed below the modern periodic table. So, the two groups, that is 28 elements are there. And this d block is for the d block we can write. First, we have to fill ns2, then we fill n minus 1 d1 to 10. Or here we can write either 1 or 2. For f orbital we can write ns2, then n minus 1 d0 or 1. Then we fill n minus 2 f1 to 14. 1 to 14. This is the electronic configuration for the f block element. So, this you can see the arrangement, or we are filling electron accordingly that you have studied in the atomic structure. So, we can, when you compare the electronic configuration and modern periodic table, then they are related to each other and they are having the similarity. So, when you draw the diagram on the basis of the shell, then we can write in the first, this is the first orbit, then we write for the second orbit, then third, then fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Now first the 2 electron will go into the first orbit. This is electronic configuration is 1s2. After the filling of 1a, then the filling of 2s orbital, and then 6 electron will be filled in the, this is the filling of 2p orbital. Now in the third shell, first there is the filling of the 3s2 and then 3p6. 4, 5, 6. This is 3p6 and then the filling of 4s. After the filling of 2 electron in the 4s, there is the filling of d orbital. That means we always fill n minus 1d. When the fourth shell will start, then the electron will go into the third shell, that is 3d will be filled after the filling of 4s orbital. So after 4s orbital, there is the filling of 3d. So the filling of 3d. And after 3d, there is the filling of 4p. This is for the 4p6. You see the fourth shell. So first filling of 4s, then 3d, then 4p. And then 5s will start. This is the filling of 5s. And after 5s, there is the filling of 4d. This is the filling of 4d. 10 electrons will be filled here. And after 10 electrons, the electron will go into the 5p. Filling of the 5p will be there. And after the 5p, there is the starting of the 6s. This is the starting of the 6s. 2 electron will go here. Then 1 electron will go into the 5d. And afterward, there is the filling of 4f orbital. That is 14 electrons will be filled. And after filling of these electrons, this element is lengthened of 5d1. Then the remaining 13 electron will be filled in the 5d10. And again afterward there is the filling of 6p orbital, and then the 7s will start. After filling of 7s, there is the filling of 6d1. Then here we will fill 5s here, and after again there is the filling of 6d10, and then the 7p will start. So this is the electronic configuration on the basis of the different shell. You can see here. The filling of electron takes place in the fourth orbit when you see the first the 2 electron will go, then the filling of 3d, then 6 electron will go, then the filling of 5s, afterward there is the filling of 4d, then the electron will go in 5p, then 6s, then again in the 5d1, and then there is the filling of 4f orbital. So in this way there is the filling, and the similar way when you make it so, then you will get the periodic table. So this is for the first group and second group. Then there is the filling of d orbital. This started from the 3d. So this 3d is put in the fourth period. You know about the group and period. The vertical columns are called as group and horizontal rows are called as period. So we can write this is n is equal to 1 means first period. When we write n is equal to 2, then it is the second period. Then we write n is equal to 3 for the third period. And in the fourth period, we fill the d orbital. That means we always fill n minus 1d. So there is the filling of n minus 1d. And that's why 3d is placed in the fourth period. These elements will be counted in the fourth period because we always fill n minus 1d. And when you see the f orbital, we always fill n minus 2. This is n minus 2f. That means when there is the filling of f orbital, then 6s will start, then only there is the filling of the 4f. And that's why we always fill n minus 2f. So that is related to electronic configuration, and this is a general arrangement of the periodic table. Now you can see in the first period there is only 2 elements, that is hydrogen and helium. So now we see the first period only 2 elements, but helium is placed here because it is filled s orbital. Completely filled shell, that's why displayed in the 18 group. Because 18 group consists of the noble gases. So the first period, there are two elements. When we write, this is n is equal to 1, there will be the number of element placed is 2. Now when we see for the second shell, when we place n is equal to 2, the number of element placed is 8. That is the filling of 2s to 2p6. And that's why in the second period, there are 8 elements. Now when put n is equal to 3, that is for the third period, again there will be 8 elements due to the filling of 3s to 3p6. So there is a filling of 3p6. So the 8 elements will again there. Now when we come to the fourth period, in the fourth period when we put n is equal to 4, then the number of element here is 18. That is 2 in the s orbital, 6 into the p orbital and 10 into the d orbital. So the total number of element present in the fourth period will be 18. Now when you come into the fifth period, again the number of element will be same. When we put n is equal to 4, then the number of element will be same, that is 2, 6, 10. That is equal to 18. Clear? So when there is a filling of fifth period, so their number of element will be 18. When you come to the sixth period, there will be the filling of f orbital. So the total number of element in the fifth period, when you put n is equal to 6, sorry, this is n is equal to 5, then the total number of element is 32. And afterward, when you put n is equal to 7, now this is incomplete because the 3D is not completely, 6D is not completely filled, and that's why the seventh period is incompletely filled. So in this way, the whole modal periodic table is classified on the basis of electronic configuration. So this is the electronic configuration, this is the basis of filling of electron, and each cell when you are filling the electron according to the rules that you have studied in the electronic configuration or atomic structure. This is the filling of electron that I am repeating. In the first shell, we can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons because there is one orbital and only 2 electrons can be accommodated. In the second shell, there are 2 orbitals S and P. So first the electron will go in the 2s and then 2p. The total number of electron is 8, and that's why in the second shell number of element is 8. When you come into the third shell, first there is a filling of 3s and after 3p. So total number is, this is 8 element because 4d is filled after the filling of 4s orbital, and that's why these electrons will be filled in the fourth period. So in the third period only again 8 elements are there. So when you come into the fourth period, after the filling of 4s orbital, we have to fill n minus 1d. Then this d orbital is placed between s and p block, and that's why it is counted into the fourth period. So in the fourth shell there are 18 elements. In the similar way, when you come into the 5s, then there is the filling of 4d after the 5p. So the filling of electron again will be 8. When there will be 8 electrons, the new shell will be started. Because in the outermost shell we cannot accommodate more than 8 electrons. This is the way of filling of the electron. When there will be 8 electrons, the new shell will start. And this you can see after the filling of 4p, the 6s will start. We will go to the 6s, then again we will come to 5d, then the filling of 4f. So we have to fill n minus 2f. In the fifth period again there are the 18 elements. When you put n is equal to 6, there will be 32 elements. 2 in the S block, 6 in the P block, 10 in D block, and 14 in the F block element. So there will be 32 elements. And when you put n is equal to 7, there is the incompletely filled d orbital. 6d is incompletely filled. So you can say the sixth period is incomplete. So this is the electronic configuration and then the relation with the periodic table. So this is required. We have to know the position of the element in the periodic table. So you have to study it, and then afterward we'll do some problem and some characteristics of S and P block elements.